Hello people of YouTube and welcome back. So yes, we're going to be doing a bit of a modern pickup. So if you're into your retro games, you're not going to be finding anything here unfortunately. However, there is a lot of retro influenceness to the games that I've picked up. I mean, that is what I enjoy the most out of my game. Well, I say that I do like a good AAA sometime, but I don't actually think I've actually got anything like that this time. Half of it's going to be non-import and half of it is going to be, well, obviously import. So yeah, couple of nice special editions in this lot as well. But yeah, let's go and crack on with it, shall we? So one that's probably not going to be very interesting to a lot of you, but one that I've been interested in getting for myself really, and that is Truck Driver for the PS4. Now, I actually thought this was a slightly different game than it was. I thought this was going to be a bit more like a puzzle game, almost like a top-down truck driving game. But I believe this is a full-on simulator, so a little bit good about that. But I got this for a relatively cheap price. Now this was 40 quid for like about a year or two. It just never seemed to go down in price, and then just recently they've dropped down. I think it's because it's a Sodesco release, and they seem to be getting like a lot of popularity of people wanting to collect for them. But yeah, the reason why I went for this is because yeah, my job is as a transport planner, and I tell people where to go in these things. So I thought, you know what, I like to go and see what it's like to be a truck driver and what it's like to do the things I tell people to do. So yeah, quite interested to actually play this. Again, probably not for everyone, but yeah, for me, normally it wouldn't be for me, but yeah, I just kind of intrigued by giving it a go. Next up, one I've been wanting for quite some time, and just waited for a price drop, and I think I got this for just under 20 quid, which I think was alright. I'm sure it'll be like 10 quid next week, but the game is Asterix Slap 'em all. Now this comes with some really nice postcards. I'm sure there was another one in there. I'm sure I've probably lost it or something. And it also comes with some stickers and a nice keyring. But the keyring is a little... I've put it in here because I don't want it to get lost. But the way they've made the packaging for this, it really doesn't fit in here very well. So I think what they decided to do is they actually have the keyring in here. So this slipcover is a little bit oversized and a little bit frustrating. It's really baggy, a really baggy slipcover. So yeah, I don't think they've done a really good job of creating this package, but it is still pretty cool looking. The game is what I bought it for, not the packaging. And yeah, this just harkens back to well, the side-scrolling brawling days. Yeah, I don't know actually how good this is. I just saw that it was a side-scrolling brawler, and I was like, it's a must-buy for me. It's one of my favourite genres from back in the day. And it does seem like we're having a bit of a renaissance of that genre just recently. There's a lot of good games. I can't tell you if this is good, but I have heard a few good reviews about it. And once you slap, you can't stop, I believe. So yeah, I love the arcade game back in the day, the Konami Asterix game. Fantastic. I always used to know where pretty much all of them were wherever I used to go on holiday. So yeah, looking forward to playing that. I probably would have played it a lot earlier as well, but I think I said in my last video, my PS4 broke in my arcade, and now that was going to be a game that I wanted to play in the arcade. Whether or not it translated well to an arcade, I don't know, because it might have been a little bit too story based, but yeah, I will find out sooner or later. Next up, we have got another game that I've been wanting for quite some time. I've been watching it on YouTube on eBay for some time, and then I got a price drop from the publishers, and it is Death End Request 2. Now I don't actually have the first one, but the second one, I've always been very lustful for this packaging. It just looks fantastic, and the game itself, it's sort of one of them anime style action RPG hack and slash style games. Ones I really love. And yeah, it's a genre that I'm really into. Whether or not it's good, to be honest, there's a lot of these games that I played over the last couple of years, I have been very disappointed in, I've got to say. So I'm hoping this holds up. It's one that doesn't seem to really drop in price, other than like the other day when I got like I think I paid like 25, 26 quid for it, which is, to be honest, it's a lot of money for me to drop on a PS4 game, for a modern PS4 game, non-import, non-limited game. But yeah, I've got a feeling this might become a little bit trickier to pick up in the future. So that's Death End Request 2. Looking forward to that. And another one I've probably paid a little bit more than what I normally would do. But again, it's one that seems to be becoming harder and harder to find. And the series itself tends to always go up in value. So yeah, the game is Neptunia crossed over with Senran Kagura Ninja Wars. Again, another fantastic looking package. Another thing as well I've noticed, like games with like the multi-language, where it's got 2 different Peggies and the German one, they tend to be a lot harder to find in the future. So I mean, I don't know if that's true to what this will be, but yeah, it's a game that I really wouldn't mind playing. Crossover with the 2 different genres. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Plus, like I say, a lot of pretty packaging. I was watching, who was I watching? Nick Berry. He picked this up recently and he said it dropped down to 30 quid on Amazon. And I was like, I need to jump on it straight away. And I think I was one of the last few people to be able to get it for that price. So yeah, it's another marvellous game. And if you know, marvellous games tend to be a little bit wacky. But yeah, that is the kind of game I wanted, and yeah, I've really been looking forward to getting this since I saw it got launched. Yeah, let's see. Next up, so yeah, that's all my sort of like normal games. I say normal. When do I ever get normal? These are PAL, but they're Red Art games. So first up, we have got the Amazing Princess Sarah. So I just kind of got this because it's very similar to another game that I kickstarted years ago called Battle Princess Madeline. I thought it was just like a play on words on that one, really. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. It just looks like a very basic 2D action adventure platformer. It wasn't actually that much. It was like €20, so it's not really a hard buy to purchase. I think there was like 999 of them, so rare in the future, boring. But yeah, I will play this. This looks pretty cool, and yeah, I had a bit of an order coming together anyway, so I just thought I'd just chuck it in. I also use, every time I go on Red Art, there's always some voucher to use, and I got some money off as well. Next up, a game that I've had for some time, but I've kind of not let on, that I've had to a couple of people, and that is Endocrine. So yeah, Addy Sneaker Freak has been telling me I must get this. Dylan's picked this up. He's picked it up, and yeah, I actually picked it up because of the next game. Like I say, I wanted to make a bit of an order while I was doing it. Makes a little bit of sense. And yeah, this is a sort of a futuristic, neon-based side-scrolling shooter. So to be honest, I don't know if it's any good. It looks a bit better than the usual shoot 'em up affair that comes out of Red Art recently. A lot of them are just like kind of £2 or £3 flash games put onto disc, but this one looks a little bit better. But again, this was a little bit more money as well. This was like 30 quid, I think, which is quite a lot of money for a Red Art game. You might be making it up. Actually, no, this wasn't 30 quid. This was 20 quid. But yeah, it's quite unusual for a shooter not to sell out on Red Art. So yeah, when I grabbed it, there were still some copies left. Whether or not there are now, I have seen. I think Steve actually linked to me some people that are selling and sold for like 3 times the value of what you could buy it for at the time. Which, yeah, some people are just crazy. Some people got more money than sense. But yeah, the game that I really wanted, and this was 30 quid. This is the one that cost a bit of money. Well, €30 at least anyway. And it is Mayhem Brawler. Now, the reason why I got this is I went on to, I was on the TMB podcast, and Pete Fighter 2, I just played this, and he was, yeah, very happy about it. It's was talking a lot of good things about it, and yeah, it just made me want to get it. Again, on a very large side-scrolling brawler tip at the moment. Like I say, we're in a bit of a renaissance, and yeah, as you can see, this is opened, so you can see that it actually comes with a giant poster inside, and yeah, it's a really cool brawler, like I've got to say. So I have actually played this, I beat it the other day, and as you can see, it's got a very strong comic book vibe to it. So yeah, but it's basically, you get to choose your own path through the game. You get decisions which way to go, and doing so, the last stage can be one of 3 different stages, and you can unlock different endings and stuff, which is pretty cool. I've only played through this once, and I'm definitely going to play through this again soon. I was actually going to do it today, but I've just not had time to do so. Well, I might just do it now actually, because it literally is about an hour and a half to go through it. Not a very big game. I know Mark Jordy Slasher went through this. I think he's beat it the 3 times as well, and again, that just inspired me to play it sooner rather than later. So yeah, great game. Definitely recommend getting this if you can. If you like side-scrolling brawlers, there's a lot of like sort of lichens, vampires, like lots of sort of like monsters, but done in a very unique to this game style. It's got a really cool style. It's not the best brawler that you can get. It's just it's efficient, probably the best way to say it. It does the job, and it does it well without being too flashy or too I don't know. It doesn't really go above and beyond. It is just a good game of the genre. It's nothing too fancy. So yeah, still really recommend. A good 7.5 out of 10, I would say, that game. Next up, we've got true imports now. So the rest are, I think these are pretty much all from Amazon Japan, I've got to say. Right, so next up we have got Blade Arcus. What's it called? Blade Arcus from Shining EX. And if you can see, it's actually a Sega game. Yeah, you don't see many Sega games on the PS4. Really, not too much, other than like Sonic games. Have kind of lost their way a little bit, I think. But yeah, this actually is a PS3 game originally. It's also in the arcade as well. And what this actually is, it's a sort of an anime style brawler. It looks pretty cool. Again, not the most flashiest of fighters, but what makes this interesting is I think all the characters are from Shining Force, which obviously is why it's from Sega. So what's cool about this, there's a lot of like sort of weapon based fight in it. It's just a 2D hack and slash 2D one-on-one fighter. Well, I say one-on-one, I think you have like a support character that you can choose as well, so you can do like sort of like you can come in and do extra moves and stuff, which I find I do enjoy. That it just makes it a little bit more depth to the game, I suppose. But yeah, again, I'm on a big one-on-one fighter kick, to be honest. Like I say, with the arcade, it's just unfortunately I'm not being able to play as many as I was expecting to be playing because I just blew my bloody PlayStation up. Next up we have got what is it? Million Arthur Arcana Blood. So yeah, this one is a pretty cool game. I believe this actually is hang on, no, I'm thinking of another one I've got. Yeah, so this one is again another cool 2D fighter, and I believe this has actually got support characters from other games in it as well. So you've got people from like King of Fighters. It does say other games here. Lord of Vermilion, and I think it's got like Trials of Mana as well. And I don't know how many other sort of like characters from other games there is, but yeah, it's all in Japanese. That's the only problem. These are all in Japanese, but if you played one of these fighters, you know you don't need to know Japanese. I can get the move sets from the pause menu, and usually they're pretty. You might not know what they're called, what you did pull it off, but you will know. You will know how to pull them off, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Again, I've heard this is very sort of like just uses Street Fighter commands, so it'll be very like familiar and cool to play. Look at that artwork. It is just absolutely stunning. I just love all these sort of like anime fighters. They just look really cool. I have played quite a few before the incident. I did like try to install loads of games. In fact, some of these games I've got here I've actually installed but just not got around to playing. To come off the fighting kick, we're going to go into a shmup, of course. And we've got, well, it's the first double dip. So this is a PS4 version of Psycho, what do they call it, Shooting Library Volume 1. Now, I actually picked this up on the Switch. It was one of the games that really kind of swung it for me to get a Switch, because it was, for a few years, it was exclusive to the Switch. You couldn't get it on the PS4, and I was hoping and hoping. Didn't hear any news, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get a Switch. It's one of the ones that I really wanted. I own pretty much all of the games anyway, but it's just nice to have them on a modern game console. I thought handheld as well, it'd be pretty cool to have, but no, I've double dipped, because now, like I say, this is able to play on the arcade. To be honest, I can play all of these on MAME as well, but I don't know, there's something nice about getting achievements, isn't there? So what games are on here? We've got Strikers 1945, 1, 2 and 1999, which is basically Strikers 3, I think. Soul Divide. That Soul Divide is a really cool game, actually. If you've never played that game, it's sort of like a medieval style shooter. A little bit of a almost hack and slashy. You kind of have weapons while flying around a little bit. Really cool. Have I got a Saturn, or have I just got the PS1 version? I can't remember. We've got Dragon Blaze, which is another cool game, and Zero Gunner 2, which is probably the best Dreamcast shmup that you can get as well. So really cool package. There is a second one which is actually coming. I actually just got a notification today that it's just been released today and it's coming over ASAP. Like I said, I bought them together, but these have literally just come out. I think when I got this, it was the day that it came out. So yeah, with that, actually, I did forget to show a lot of these games that you order from Amazon Japan, they come with like some A4 sheet. Hi Pocky, she's come to say hello. What's up with your pups? Yeah, you get like an A4 sheet with just a bit of extra fancy artwork. I don't know why, but I'm getting quite a few of them now, so I need to figure out a way to store them, because they're just literally on the shelf over there. Next up, Dylan kind of made me want to get this game, and it is the Maid Dragon of Kabusha. So yeah, I read that from that spine. Can you tell? No, I didn't really. Really small writing there. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not too old. That's it. I'm trying to prove that my eyes do actually work, which they do just. But yeah, this is a cool semi-bullet hell style shooter with a very risque sort of look. I believe this is based on an anime as well. But yeah, again, I'm kind of a little bit gutted that I bought this because I believe that there is a version coming out in America, not in the UK, but America, and I don't think it's a limited style game either. I think you can just pick it up, although it's not been released yet. So I've got the bonus of having it before it's released in America. So there is that. To be honest, these games are not very expensive. I think it was like 25 quid or something. So not too bad really. Not bad on the wallet. It is like this is a modern game. Again, this has only been released this year. So really cool to get. I do like quirky anime style shooters like that. They might not be the best games, but I don't know. Just the quirkiness just makes it for me. Next up, we have got Koimi, Inburyu, Raiwai. And I probably butchered it. So this is another Japanese style fighter, and as you can see, all the characters are girls. So yeah, this actually is a limited run game. So yeah, this was actually released on by Limited Run for some reason, and they couldn't be asked to change the title to anything English, which very limited run really. They just can't be asked. They just like to put things onto disc and try and make as much money as they can. Now this originally was a PS3 game. You can get this in Japan as well, but I thought, you know what, why, it costs pretty much the same to get this unlimited run second hand as it would be to the Japanese one. So I thought, you know, there is actually English. They did put a bit of English on, so there is that. But I'm hoping the menus will all be English, because I can't see why they would have released it without that. It does come with a manual. I don't know if the Japanese one did or not. But yeah, this, like I say, this is an all-girl fighter based in sort of what's the era of Japan it is? I can't remember. It doesn't say. But yeah, it's all like sort of traditional Japanese looking characters, very anime style, and yeah, just a really cool looking fighter. Like I say, these kind of fighters really interest me. So that's that one. Next up, guess what? We've got another fighter and another one from the PS3. Oh dear, what are you doing, Pocky? Pocky, hang on. I think she wanted some of the pickups, I think. But yeah, anyway, we have got Persona 4 Ultimax Superior Hold. Now, again, I actually have this on 360, PS3, and now PS4. But yeah, I just love the whole Persona series of. I just love like sort of like the character designs and everything like that. And I have actually played this on the PS3. I went through the whole story, which took me hours. And then I went through all of like the modes and everything like that and beat all them for my 52 game challenge. But yeah, unfortunately I couldn't play it very well on my PS3 because I didn't have like the controller for it. So I had to use the analog stick, which was a bit shit. Whereas now I can use my arcade stick on the arcade, and I can't wait. I can't wait for my PS4 to be not fucking broken and play this properly how it should be. Really looking forward to this. Absolutely fantastic game. Yeah, if you play the arcade mode of this, you will love this game. Again, another one of them games where you've got support characters and stuff like that. So nice and flashy. And she's come here for this pickup, I think, haven't you? We have got, come on, Pocky. We've got Pocky and Rocky. She's down here wagging her tail. But yeah, had to get this. I was, to be honest, I was holding out for the English one, but I heard a few different things about it. Oh, here she is. She's like, "Where's my game? You talking about me, aren't you?" Yeah, so yeah, I was gonna get that one, but I believe it's a little bit censored. To be honest, like they're on about, I think it's they made the skirt longer in this or something compared to the in the English one compared to the Japanese one. And when the character's looking very underage, it's I probably shouldn't have got this one. But yeah, this absolutely looks fantastic. I watched Alex Nintendo Arcade playthrough of this, and to be honest, I had to stop it after a few minutes because I was like, this is an instant buy for me. I just wanted to go into this fresh. They basically, it's sort of a semi remake of the original Pocky Rocky or Kiki Kai Kai, and then I think it has extra levels in it and stuff. So yeah, really intrigued to play this. I find the original very hard, I've got to say, but yeah, the original game brings back a lot of memories. I can remember renting it out actually. I don't think I owned it, or did I own one of them? I think it was like Pocky Rocky 2, rented out one day. My parents were going on some conference somewhere, and I was staying at my auntie's for the weekend. I can remember renting this out, and I also had, I think just released was the new Prodigy album, which I got, which I think was it Fat of the Land? Was it Fat of the Land? No, I think it was the one before, I can't remember. I was a big Prodigy head back then. And I can remember playing that CD non-stop and playing this, trying to beat it, and I couldn't. But yeah, great times they were. So yeah, really can't wait to play this on the arcade. Really been trying to like stop myself from playing it like ASAP on the normal TV, because this is going to be an arcade experience for me. Really can't wait for that one. And nearly there, we've got 3 games left. This is the last standard release, and we've got Fighting Xlayer. Yeah, this might look familiar, or a character might look familiar. So again, this is another Japanese only release. Well, I think you can get a Korean version as well. Again, all in. I think there is an English mode on this, I believe, unless it's on the Korean one. I'm not too sure. But again, it's a fighter. What do I need English for? To know how to smack shit out of everyone. But yeah, the character on here, you might see, this is a lot different than the rest of them. This is a 2D 3D fighter, so it's sort of like polygon based, which is what the EX stands for, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, what people might recognize this series from is this is an offshoot from Street Fighter EX, the 3D, the original 3D Street Fighters. And the only thing that's remained from there, I believe, is that character there, which you might recognize, which is Skullomania, if anyone recognises him. I think he's the only character that's made it from the original game into this. And I remember absolutely loving Street Fighter EX at the arcades back in the day. At that time, I was living in, well, I wasn't living, well, pretty much was, in Skegness. We had a caravan in Skegness, and every weekend we would go over there. And I remember playing it on the PlayStation and enjoying it, but it was on the arcade that I really loved it. It was fantastic. I just found it too slow on the PlayStation, and but the arcade, it could push the polygons a little bit better. But yeah, this is a fully modern game for the modern generation. I think this started life on the PS4, fairly early PS4 game, to be honest, I think. But yeah, I've been wanting this for some time, and just finally glad to get it. And I kind of like, again, getting the arcade, it's kind of given me that reason to really get some of these games that I've been wanting for some time. Like I say, really going for a little fighter subset. So to be honest, I don't think there's many more. If anyone's been keeping progress of these games that I've been picking up, I'd love to know if there's any fighters that I'm missing out on, because that's the last of the fighters. Yeah, if I'm missing out of any fighters that I should be getting, if you recommend any to me. But yeah, next up, we've got a Switch game. Flipping heck. We have got, to be honest, I'm going to open this as well. Zombie Nation. I'm trying to think what it's called. It does actually say in English there as well. Zombie Nation, or Big Cocknose, as it says here, shown here. But yeah, really hate this game. I've got to say. But this box art is very flashy, and I just thought, you know what, I was going to get the standard release because I just wanted to play it again and just see if I actually liked it a bit better than last time. But yeah, this is cool. This box is so cool. I think it was like 10 quid more than the standard edition, which made me just go for it. So yeah, this is, if you see this bits of artwork here, this is basically what I've been receiving. Oh no, actually that's just an alternative cover. That's an alternative cover. That's interesting. We have got the game here itself. If you've not seen it, so basically what this game is, your old cocknose flying along as a dismembered head, flying through, I don't know, New York or something like that, and just trying to destroy all of the buildings. And yeah, it was originally on the NES originally back in the day. I think I've just given a code away. I don't know what that is. I might have to put that in before I release the video, but yeah, you've got a CD soundtrack. It's a really nice edition actually. And then you've got, I believe this is some kind of art book. But yeah, as the package, the whole package, I'm so glad I've got this. This is so cool. I've got to say, this makes the game look like it's a lot better than it probably is. But yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how it plays. Yeah, like I say, I didn't know if it was sort of like a package of like a remake and the original, but I think it is just the NES version put onto a very fancy package. If you was to buy this, I think even on the Famicom and the American NES cart, you're looking a couple of £100 just for the cart. It's in a very expensive game, so I thought, you know, I'll go the cheap route, and I think this was like 35-40 quid. So yeah, I didn't mind paying that, to be honest. And I've got a cool little package, which is all right. I've got to think that's going to fall, isn't it? And we've got the last game, and we've got another double dipper here. Another game that I kind of bought the Switch for. And then it got released on PS4 in Japan only. Yeah, so another Japanese only release. And we've got Ryden 4 Mikado Remix. So yeah, this is originally it's a Xbox 360 game or an arcade game. And yeah, it's one of the last really good Ryden games. So I actually have played this on the Switch. I don't know why it never got a PS4 release. It's very strange because the Ryden 5 that came out sold a shit ton on PS4 but didn't on the Switch. So you would have thought it would have been a PS4 exclusive, but no. But I'm kind of glad it did because we've got this nice fancy special edition that I'm trying to open up to see what's inside it because I actually don't know. I do know Dylan picked it up recently, but obviously his is still sealed because I think he will probably just stick to the Switch version to play because I know he does like to play his games handheld more so, and then he likes his PS4 ones as more of a, I suppose, collector's piece. But yeah, I thought it being originally an arcade game, this would be cool to have on the PS4. So I can, believe it or not, play it on the arcade. So again, this is very similar package to that. She's taking the seal and she's chewing up. You've got an alternative cover, which is cool, and a postcard by the look of it. This one's a bit more weighty. You've got a very uninspiring CD, music CD. It's not the best looking one. And then, no wonder they gave you a second cover. This just looks very odd to me. It looks very lopsided. Doesn't look very appealing. However, the whole package is, yeah, that's all it is in this. No art book. I thought it might have come with an art book. Feel ripped off a little bit. I'm sure this actually costs more than the Zombie Nation as well. But yeah, I've gone into the realms of Double Dip Dylan and thought I'd venture out and get a game that I can play on the PS4 on the arcade. But yeah, no, I'm still pleased. I'm still happy with it. Like I say, it's quite a cool looking edition. She wants to chew the box up. Look at her, she's like, what you got? What you got? But yeah, look at that box. Fantastic. I'm just, yeah, visually pleased I am. The game isn't bad either. It's a pretty good game. Like I say, I played it on the Switch. But now I can get trophies. I'll probably actually play it a little bit more. But yeah, that is my modern day pickups. I have got a couple more coming. But obviously I'll do that another time. I mean, look, we're 32 minutes in. It's actually quite quick for me. I'm sure if I cut all the ums and outs, I would be down to 25 minutes, but never mind. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. And yeah, I've got quite a lot of pickups just coming up recently. So hopefully you'll stick around and stay till then. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I got my hair cut. So yeah, cheers for watching. Bye.